Hello YouTube and welcome to episode 1 of our Road to Glory here in England. I don't actually have an idea of what we're going to call this just yet because as you can tell we're back on the wheel of names, which means we don't know who we are going to be managing. But all I know is we're going to be managing in England. So just a bit of backstory around what we're doing. Obviously it's a little bit different setup because I've got the intermission that we normally use for when we're streaming as our little setup here. And I know the wheel kind of blacks out at the bottom here, but it doesn't matter. I'll be informing you of who is going to be out of the race. Actually, can I go full screen? There we go. We're going to go full screen. So hopefully that makes it a little bit better that you can see the majority of what's happening here on the wheel. 20 teams. Kind of ironic because the Premier League has 20. We're going to take over one of these clubs and try and win a Champions League. So you might be asking what's going to happen with the St. Pauli with poorly save. That's going to be stream only, so I'm not going to play that off of stream, and then vice versa. This will be YouTube only, so I won't touch this save on stream. So I will still upload St. Pauli, but it just depends on when I can get on stream. So we've got 20 teams to go through. Let's see who we're going to be managing. Some real big teams here. We got Nottingham Forest. Sunderland, who's one that I really wanted, is gone in the first batch here, so we lose Sunderland, which is disappointing. What we're going to do in this episode is go through the introductory stuff and have a look at what we're dealing with, what squad we've got, what league we might be in, because obviously some of these teams are in the Championship, some are in League 1 and some are in League 2, so that's going to dictate the save. Portsmouth never survive the wheel of names. It's just fate that I'm never going to be able to manage Portsmouth on a save for YouTube, but it doesn't matter. We're a few teams in now. It looks like Wickham are gone. I put them in mainly because I wanted 1 year of managing our boy Akinfenwa, but he is now gone. We move on. There are some really good saves in here. There's some, Boltons and Derbys and Wigans and Readings and Boroughs and Stokes and Blackburns, MK Dons. There's some really good options in there. Birmingham would be awesome as well with the return of Zigic, which would be hilarious. But let's see who we lose. It looks like Stoke is going to be the next team off the wheel, and we've got some big teams left. Reading, Borough, Blackburn, MK Dons, Nottingham Forest, Hull City, QPR, Swansea, Ipswich. Lots of the Championship teams have managed to survive so far, which would be absolutely fantastic for us, as Blackburn, who is one of those teams, is gone. And I'm kind of happy Blackburn are gone because I did a big save with them last year, so I kind of didn't want to get them 2 years in a row. But here we go. It looks like it might be Birmingham's time. Or is it QPR? It's Birmingham by an inch. That would have been a fun save. I would have loved Birmingham. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 teams left. Let's get rid of 2 more and then we'll recap the top half of the wheel. It looks like Swansea are going to be gone, which is one that I wasn't overly too disappointed about. A lot of the ones that I've wanted are still here. Some of your suggestions are still here from the Discord, as well as Bolton are out of the running. So we're now halfway through the wheel. We've got Derby, Reading, Middlesbrough, MK Dons, Nottingham Forest, Hull City, QPR, Ipswich, Peterborough, and AFC Wimbledon. I would take any of these except for Derby, I reckon. Derby's the hardest one because they've obviously got no transfer budget, and it's Nottingham Forest. That's one that I really wanted. That would have been cool to take a Champions League back to Forest. So there's 9 teams remaining. Who is going to hang around? Derby is hanging around. It's Reading that are out of here. Reading would have been a fun one because you don't see too many people managing Reading. And here we go. We keep on moving, YouTube. Who is going to be next out? And it looks like it is Hull City. So it is tightening up. There's some Championship teams. There's some League 1 and League 2 still. We've got Championship in Derby, Borough, and QPR. We've got League 1 and Peterborough as well. We've got lots of Championship left. We've got MK Dons, AFC Wimbledon, who I think are both League 2, and Ipswich, who are League 1. So we've got plenty of variation still here. Derby going to survive. It is Middlesbrough. One of our Championship clubs are gone. They would have been absolutely fun to use. How many teams we got left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's get rid of one more and we'll have our top 5 teams remaining. And it is AFC Wimbledon who are out. So our top 5 is very, very interesting. Derby, MK Dons, QPR, Ipswich, and Peterborough. Let's have a look at our top 4. Is the blue side of life going to survive? It is, and it's Ipswich who are gone. So it's either going to be a championship save or it's going to be a big rebuild save of MK Dons. Here we go. The top 4. Who is going to survive? It looks like it's going to be MK Dons who are out. So we're staying in the championship. 3 very different saves. QPR, full of money. Peterborough, kind of established, but towards the bottom. And Derby, obviously, with their financial issues. But here we go. Who survives? We're going to have QPR or Derby. I really didn't want Derby. But it's Peterborough is gone. Whoever is left on the wheel is who we're going to be taking over. 3, 2, 1. QPR or Derby. Who is getting eliminated? And it's QPR. Oh, I didn't want to do Derby. Oh, we're left with Derby. We know that this is going to be a very tough save in the short term, so you are going to see me back. They've got a transfer ban, so we're going to have lots of fun here, but you're going to see me back in 2 moments when we are on the game, loaded in with... Welcome back, YouTube and our wonderful viewers. As you can see, we are here with Derby. They hire poorly YouTube as a new manager. Eyebrows have been raised in the world of football, yada, yada, yada. We've put pen to paper on an $8,000 per week contract, and he replaces Wayne Rooney. They are going to struggle against relegation, which looks inevitable for Derby following a 21-point deduction in the championship. So we're not winning the league this year. We've got a 24th media prediction. We also have a 33,500 capacity stadium, which is awesome. We've got excellent training, excellent youth, good youth recruitment. That is positive. We are very, very good. Last season, we finished 21st in the league without a points deduction. So, you know what, we're going to be struggling. We've won the Premier League twice in 72, 75. We've won the FA Cup in 46, Championship last time in 87, the Community Shield in 75, and the 3rd Division North in 57. Our finances currently, we're in administration, so we've got no transfer budget and minimal wage budget with a transfer ban. We've got Ravel Morrison, and that's about it. We don't have much. We've got loan obligations. We've got Plange, who doesn't even make our starting 11. And we've got Isaac Hutchinson away. We are in a very, very interesting position. And I'm not quite sure how we're going to play just yet. But what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at our squad. And then we're going to get straight into it. Now, I did have a Derby save here. So I'm going to save over the top of that save whilst we're here. And then we're going to have a look at what we can do. But I think in the short term, we're going to be focusing a lot on youth development because we just don't have much. After the club failed to pay the player wages, the association have been forced to step in. They've paid this month's wages, but they've also placed an embargo upon any transfers until the money is repaid. So we can have a look at some of these contracts later and all of that. Where do we sit? They want us to fight bravely against relegation, 4th round, and be competitive in the Carabao Cup. Club culture is we're going to have to develop players using the youth system. That's fine, and work within the wage budget. That is fine and dandy with me. Let's go look at our finances and see what we need to pay. So I'm going to say it's in debt and loans, maybe. And I don't know which one it is. I'm going to assume it's a loan from the state authority. The interest-only loan is a loan in which the borrower pays only the interest for some. I'm assuming this is the loan. So we're going to have to pay this back before we can get our money to start spending. So 26 million original debt, 26 million remaining. Makes sense. I mean, I guess they're all the same. What's this debt here? Miscellaneous debt in several different ways. I'm going to assume it's the state loan because how is it written in here? Just step it. The Players Association. They've paid this month's wages, but they have also placed an embargo on any transfers till the money's repaid. So we do need to figure out what we're going to do here. Let's go to the tactics instruction. And before we do that, let's just have a look. Oh my God, is that our squad? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. We've got a 20-man squad without any of the kids here that we're going to have to rely on. Okay, let's go through our 18s first. Anyone... I mean, these guys that don't have the ability. We're going to let the 18s sit there. Who is in our 23s that could do a job? Ozazi Agasti isn't very good, but he's going to be part of the first team. So is Max, who's a fullback that can't really go forward, but he's going to move to the first team because we just need numbers. We've got Bobby Duncan with 12 finishing, 5'9" as a pressing forward. Move him into the first team. Olamide Ibrahim, he definitely is not good enough to play for us. Connell McDonald, good physically, 5'10", but again, probably not there, is he? But we might have to just use him. So move him to the first team. I want to sort this by just who are the best players. He's out on loan. We've got a 16-year-old with 4-star potential as a ball-winning midfielder with 10 tackling, but good work rate. Again, I don't actually think he's quite ready. We've got Alfie Roberts as a young goalkeeper who's 6'2". Not good enough in my eye. I don't think any of these other guys are really there just yet. Tyree Wilson as a winger. Oh, God, this is painful. This is going to be a very, very hard save because we cannot bring anyone in. That is a decent centre-back in Harrison Solomon. We might be able to get him some minutes, the young 18-year-old. Let's go back to potential. We might just have to have Olamide in the squad because he's got that 4.5-star potential. Clark. Oh, God. Young fullback Reese. Oh, my God. Look how many white stats there are. I've never seen this other than playing like non-league football. And we're meant to have a good academy. And we need to use our players from our academy as well. All right, I think that's all we're going to have with regards to usable players. So if we do play a 4-4-2, we've got Lawrence, who does look like a good winger though. What is he? Right-footed and inverted winger that we could definitely use if we play a 4-4-2. He actually looks quite good. Same with our boy Lee David Buchanan, who's probably our best fullback, which he is, but we've got 2 really good fullbacks, so that works out well for us. We're going to have to sell some people as well. We've got, Davies, he would be on stupid money. He's on 4K a week, that's all right. So, Curtis Davies definitely will be playing as a centre-back for us. He's definitely not a ball-playing centre-back either. I think we're going to have to either play like a 4-4-2 or a 4-3-1-2 potentially, and try and just be narrow and try and just do something like that, I think, maybe, and just use Ravel Morrison in the 10 and be really compact through the midfield and then just be defensively really solid with 2 strikers. I think that's probably what's going to suit us the best. Let's try and create a tactic from scratch. I think being a team that's going to be one of the lower teams in the league, I think we got to go direct counter-attack here. I don't want to go park the bus, but I think we need to just win the ball and go forward. There's a 4-4-2 in this sort of shape, or a 4-3-3. I don't really want to play 4-3-3. 4-4-1-1 we could do. I wouldn't mind going with a diamond though, I think. Where is it? 4 defenders. 4-3-1-2 narrow. That's what I want. So deep lying forward, an advanced playmaker, an advanced forward, centre mid, box to box, fullbacks, and 2 centre backs on defend. I think that's going to be a shape that'll work well for us. So standard, more direct, higher tempo. We want to work the ball into the box with low crosses. We can play for set pieces. We're going to distribute quickly. We're going to counter when we win the ball, but we're not going to press. But we will trigger press more. I don't like lower. I'm going to go higher standard just so we can get out a little bit. We'll use the offside trap. And we'll play cautious mentality. Let's just go quick pick without restrictions. Best 11. This is the team that gets picked for us straight away. So we've got our centre mid on defend, which is Big Bird, who is Max Bird. And as a centre mid on defend, looks quite good, actually, to be fair. 6 foot tall, 20-year-old with good potential. Easy wanted by Newcastle. Okay, he looks really good. If we can keep him in that centre mid on defend role, we're going to be all right. We've got Christian Bielik, who can play centre mid on support, the 23-year-old, who looks really good, does Bielik. So he's someone who we're going to rely heavily on, and he is out for 6 to 7 months. So we're not going to rely heavily on him because he's not going to play for a while. And then we've got Knight here as a box-to-box midfielder who does look quite good as well, Jason Knight, and he is out for 6 weeks to 3 months. Absolutely fantastic. So that's what you want to see. 2 starting centre mids can't get on the pitch. I'm going to change the advanced playmaker to an attacking mid on support instead, because I tend to like that a little bit more. So as an attacking midfielder on support, looks quite good as well. Does the 27-year-old Welsh international. Then we've got Kazeem Richards here as our deep lying forward on support. How long's he out for? 2 to 4 months. We've got so many players out injured to start the season as well. He looks quite good. 6'1" with great strength, good finishing, good enough passing to play that deep lying forward role. Then we've got Plange up front, who can play as the advanced forward. Not quite well, but he's on loan from Crystal Palace. I'm just going to have to try and utilise him. Forsyth can play left back really well for us as a fullback on support with Davies, who we've seen already, and we've got another centre defender in Richard Sturman. So we've got 2 very experienced centre backs who can probably get the job done for us this season, and then we've got Big Allsop in goals, who 29-year-old English first choice goalkeeper who's just solid enough, it looks like. So I am excited to see what we can put together. We've obviously got, lots of injuries here. 4 to 7 weeks, 2 to 4 weeks. If we can just start the season okay, I think we'll be fine. We obviously can't bring anybody in, so I'm a bit apprehensive to sell people. We do get Ravel Morrison as well, who can definitely play as that attacking midfielder on support. He's only 28 years old, so we might still be able to get the best out of Ravel Morrison. But if you are excited, this is our schedule first. So we've got a few friendlies to figure things out. I will be back for probably one of these Middlesbrough, Nottingham Forest games to show you how we've gone so far in the off-season. So if you are excited for episode 1, make sure you smash that thumbs up button. Episode 1, episode 2. I'm very excited to see what we can do. Obviously, our finances aren't in the best position. So can we save this club? If you've got any suggestions, get it in the comments, and I'll see you very, very, very soon for episode 2 of our Road to Glory here with Derby.